Hi everyone, welcome. My name is David. Saturday morning yoga, streaming live from the YMCA. We'll get started here in about a minute. If you've got a mat, great, lay it out lengthwise. If you don't, you can use a towel, the floor, carpeting. It's really one of the nice things about yoga is you don't need a lot. Just bring yourself and we can get started. We're actually going to start down on the mat, the floor. So as you settle in, come on down. We're going to do a practice today that's based in the philosophy of mandala, full circle. And typically we finish in shavasana. We're going to start in shavasana. So lay back and find a position on your back. You can have legs bent with feet planted. Have your arms comfortably at your side. Settle in. And start to orient with how you feel right now. Get a baseline, how you feel mentally, emotionally, physically. Scan from your feet, your legs, your back, up to your head, your arms. In yoga, you breathe in and out your nose with your lips sealed and your teeth separated. In Sanskrit, prana is energy. Pranayama is breath. As you lay here and breathe rhythmically in and out your nose, feel that breath permeating your entire body. The energy that your breath brings in is locked in with bandhas. Engage your abdominal muscles while you continue to breathe smoothly. Those abdominal muscles, pull in the belly button. It's Uddiyana Bandha. It's a complementary bandha. You pull up your pelvic floor. Maybe feel your glute muscles engage a little bit. It's Mula Bandha. This root lock, these bandhas, not only lock in the energy, but they give you integrity in your posture, your movement. Commit to breathing rhythmically in and out your nose, pranayama, with bandhas locked this entire practice. Draw your right knee into your chest and hold. You can bend the left knee and plant that left foot, or leave that left leg long. Just hold and breathe. As you deepen your breath, it's an Ujjayi pranayama. Keep that breathing in and out your nose, deep and rhythmic, oceanic, if you will. As you release the right knee, you can plant the foot, or let that right leg go long, and draw the left knee into your chest and hold. As you release the left knee, you can either plant the foot, let the leg go long, and start to go side to side. Draw one knee into your chest on an inhale, exhale. As you release and extend, go to the other side. You may have heard the term vinyasa. Vinyasa is actually not a type of yoga, it's a style. One movement, one breath. To the pace of your breathing. You're unique like everybody else, and the pace of your breathing is unique. So have the confidence to move independent of the instructor, the class, and synchronize with the pace of your Ujjayi pranayama, in and out your nose, going side to side, one knee and then the other. So simple, but effective. Just inhale and exhale. Do one more to each side. And draw both knees into your chest and hold. Keep your head back on the mat. As you release your knees, keep them bent, plant your feet, and then bring your feet out wide. So each foot is almost as wide as the width of your mat. Allow your arms to fall open so you have support. And let them fall to the right. So that right leg is heavy on the floor. Left knee is like it's heading towards the right foot. Having the feet wide, give your hips a little different angle as you hold and breathe. Bring your knees up, windshield wiper over to the other side. Left leg is heavy on the floor. Right knee heads towards the left foot. You need to focus on breathing rhythmically in and out your nose. Windshield wiper your knees up and over to one side and up and over to the other side. You can synchronize with your breath. Inhale as your knees come up. Exhale as you drop them to one side. Inhale up, drop them to the other side. One movement, one breath. Classic vinyasa flow. Having your back, hips, shoulders down on the mat gives you a good reference, good stability as you move side to side. Appreciate the benefit you're giving your hips, your lower back, your entire body. This lateral movement is important. Typical day, everything we do is straight ahead. As you move laterally, integrating with the entire brain, body. One more to each side. And draw your knees into your chest. This time bring your head up towards your knees. And begin to rock back and forth on your mat. Come up to your feet, touch. You can release your knees. You can keep your feet elevated. You can extend your legs if you'd like. In the philosophy of mandala, do a half circle. So your feet will eventually extend to the other side of the mat. Other side of the room. By moving, takes you out of your comfort zone a little bit. When you get to the other side, plant your feet with your hands behind you, giving you support. Bring your feet out wide, about as wide as your mat, like you did when you were laying back. And let your legs fall to the left. So that left leg heavy on the floor. Right knee heads towards the left foot. Little different angle. Continue to breathe smoothly in and out your nose. Windshield wiper your legs over to the other side. That right leg heavy on the floor. Left knee heads towards the right foot. Windshield wipe your legs back and forth. You can find that vinyasa flow. You inhale up, exhale to one side. Inhale up, exhale to the other side. One movement, one breath. A classic vinyasa flow. Next time your legs are to the right, leave this right leg down. Left knee heads inside the right foot. Plant this right hand behind you. Reach with the left as you push your hips high. Both knees are down. You can actually bring the left leg straight. So you're straight from the top of your left fingers right out your left toes. More of a stargazer pose, if you will. And drop your hips back down. Begin to do those boat rolls again, where you roll back, lift your feet, and go back the other way. Do a half semicircle, not a half semicircle, a semicircle, half circle, to the other side of the mat. This mandala philosophy takes you out of your comfort zone. Might be a little frustrating. It's part of the practice to overcome that frustration. Concentrate on the fundamentals. Smooth breathing in and out your nose. Your bandha's engaged. Once you get to the other side, plant your feet. Hands comfortably behind you. Feet wide. Do a few windshield wipers back and forth. Inhale up. Exhale to one side. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Hips and low back. Should be feeling limber from doing this lateral movement. It'll serve you well not only here in the yoga studio, through the rest of your day. Experience a little more flexibility. Next time your legs are to the left, have that left leg heavy, right knee heads towards the left foot. Plant this left hand. Reach with the right hand. You can keep both knees down or extend this right leg. So you're straight from the top of those right fingers all the way to your right toes. Breathe smoothly and deeply. From here, keep turning until you find a full plank with your hands under shoulders, feet hip distance apart, straight from the top of your head, right out your heels. This is the perfect spacing for downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Push your hips high. Let your chest fall between your shoulders. You can pedal heels if you'd like. Find some length in the Achilles tendon, the calves. You can actually turn this into a vinyasa flow if you'd like. Synchronize with your breathing. From here, step your right foot forward, followed by your left foot. Keep your head hung and forward fold. And roll up one vertebrae at a time. You can sweep your arms high, hands together to heart center, an appreciation for the work you just did down on your mat. Come to the top of your mat, feet hip distance apart. We're going to go through sequence, Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. We're going to go through a modified series. We're going to flow end to end in honor of mandala. You begin by inhaling your hands high, Utthita Tadasana. Exhale if you find that forward fold. Inhale with a flat back, looking forward. And as you exhale, plant your hands and step your right foot back, followed by your left foot with your hips high in downward facing dog. Come forward to a full plank on an inhale. Drop to your knees, flatten your feet. Bring your gaze forward, your tailbone up as you have a sway in your back in this modified upward facing dog, a modified Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Tuck your toes, push your hips high in downward facing dog. From here, lift your right leg high behind you in a single leg down dog. Then gently step that right foot forward to a low lunge that you can twist by inhaling right hand high, gaze follows. On an exhale, you plant both hands, step the left foot next to the right foot, hips are low, inhale, hands high, in Utkatasana, chair. And then exhale as you come out. Step to the other side of your mat. Inhale, hands high in a 5-pointed star with that right foot stepping across. And then immediately exhale to the other end in a forward fold, and we'll continue. Inhale, flat back, looking forward. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot back, followed by your right foot with your hips high in downward facing dog. Inhale to that full plank. Drop to your knees, flatten your feet. Bring your gaze forward as you tip your tailbone up. Tuck your toes, push hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high in the air this time. On an exhale, step that foot forward to a low lunge. Keep the right hand planted. Inhale, left hand high, gaze follows. Exhale, as hands plant, you step your feet together. Keep your tailbone low. Inhale, hands high, Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana. We'll step across again. The left foot this time. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, forward fold at the other end of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step right foot, followed by left with hips high. Inhale, full plank. Exhale, drop to your knees, flatten your feet. Inhale, bring your gaze forward. Exhale, tuck your toes, push your hips high. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step that right foot forward. Inhale, right hand high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana. One more time. Inhale, 5-pointed star across your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step left foot, followed by right foot with hips high. Inhale, full plank. Exhale, knees. Inhale, gaze is lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, left hand reaches. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, we'll all meet together in Tadasana at the top of the mat. Well done. Surya Namaskar, sun salutations, fundamental part of many yoga practices. All right. In the honor of mandala, we'll step across to the other end of the mat. Other end. This mandala circular practice is supposed to be a little disorienting. We'll go through a little more of the practice as we pursue these fundamental yoga poses. From the top of your mat, have your feet hip distance apart. Step your right foot back. Drop the heel. Put a bend in the left knee. Hips are square to the front. It's said you grow the roots, then the branches. And step that foot forward. Step your left foot back. The heel is down. Bend in that right knee. Hips are forward. Hold these roots and then grow branches. Inhale. Hands high. Together if you'd like. Your gaze is lifted. This is Virabhadrasana Ekam, Warrior One. Focus on your breathing, that Ujjayi Pranayama, deep, rhythmic breathing in and out your nose. Any good warrior will show some humility. Clasp your hands behind your back. You can grab opposite elbows or find a reverse namaste prayer. Lock those bandhas tight, and on an exhale, drop your head right inside that right knee. Humble warrior, a deceivingly difficult pose. There's actually another bandha. You can tuck your chin, look back at your belly button. There's Jalandhara. We have Jalandhara, Uddiyana, and Mula, all locked. It's the Mahabandha. As much integrity in this pose as you can have. Then inhale, release your grip. Inhale your hands high. From here, rotate through the back of your mat to your feet. Find opposite directions. So your left toes are pointed out at the top of your mat. Square your hips and shoulders. Once you have the roots, grow the branches. Inhale, hands up. Together if you'd like, or you can hold an energy ball over your head. Feel the intensity in this pose, the power. How often you get to be a warrior. Breathe deeply. Show some humility. Find a hand position, clasp your hands that's right for you. And on an exhale, drop your head right inside that left knee. You can tuck the chin if you'd like. This humble warrior. Should easily hear you breathing in and out your nose. On an inhale, release your grip. And on an exhale, step to the top of the mat. Tadasana. From here, step your left foot back. Open your hips wide, a bend in the right knee, right toes pointed out the top of the mat. Open your hips long down your mat. Inhale, arms reaching in opposite directions. A gaze over your right hand, a drishti, an intense gaze. Feel the power of the pose. It's said that you don't want to be too far forward, reaching for the future, too far back, longing for the past. You want to be right here, right now, in the middle. Breathe as deeply and rhythmically as you can, in and out your nose. Give your arms a little break. Rotate your feet opposites. Point those left toes up the top of your mat to the left side. Inhale, arms to opposite walls, and find that Virabhadrasana Dre, warrior 2 on the opposite side. Feel the intensity of your gaze, almost like you're backing down an opponent, that kind of intensity. Feels good to be a warrior. Release your arms. Rotate your feet again. This time, gently straighten the right leg. Hips are wide, you're flat as a board. Inhale your arms to a strong T. Exhale as your right hand targets the right foot. It might get there, it might not. It's just a target. Inhale, left hand high as it reaches for the ceiling. Be expansive, but your arms wide. Breathe as deeply and rhythmically as you can. Deepen those bandhas. Pull your belly button in tight. Uddiyana bandha. You can pull up the pelvic floor. Feel it. It's Mula bandha. Giving you integrity. This pose, Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. Inhale your arms back to that strong T. Rotate your feet again to opposites. Left toes pointed out the top of your mat. Exhale as this left hand targets your left foot. Inhale, right hand reaches high. You feel these dynamic opposites, this dynamic tension. Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. Breathe deeply and rhythmically. Inhale, arms back. You can give your arms a little bit of a break if you'd like. Rotate back to the other end and step together in Tadasana. Breathe deeply. A little bit more intensity. With your hips square, feet hip distance apart. Step your right foot straight back. Your right heel is lifted. Hips are square. Toes pointed straight. Keep the heel lifted. Inhale, hands high. You can hold that energy ball or bring hands together. This crescent warrior. Bring your hands to heart center. There's a little more intense variation if you'd like to pursue this. You can rotate, you can revolve this pose. On an exhale, you can bring this right elbow across your left knee. It's pretty intense. Engage those bandhas. If you need some support, you can use the leg. You can actually plant your right hand like we did in those sun salutations. Or just keep your hands at heart center. Inhale, bring your chest forward. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Step across to the other side, 5-pointed star, mountain pose, Tadasana. This time, step the left foot back, bend in that right knee, grow the roots, then the branches. Inhale, hands high, gaze follows. You can hold an energy ball. Hands together, gaze past your thumbs. Concentrate on breathing as deeply and smoothly as you can in and out your nose. Like to go a little deeper, bring your hands to heart center. On an exhale, the left elbow comes across the right knee. Like some support, you can use that leg. You can plant this left hand on the mat. Inhale the right hand high. A couple variations. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Lovely. Those are some fundamental yoga poses. You'll see them in most yoga classes. They've been practiced for thousands of years. Appreciate the history and tradition of yoga. From the middle of your mat, we're going to go through a balancing sequence. It's kind of complicated, but it's meant to be. The honor of mandala can be a little frustrating. I'll actually turn to the side a little bit. Have your feet hip distance apart, a little bend in your knees. From here, actually, I'll just do it from the front. From here, cross your right leg over your left. You can kickstand this right foot. You're targeting your right foot behind your left ankle as you sit low. Some people can actually tuck it in behind. Once you're set, make sure your hips are square to the front, your chin is level. Inhale, arms out to a strong T. Bring your right over left. Your left arm comes under your right. Wrap your arms. Palms find each other. Elevate your elbows. Garandasana, eagle pose. Keep sitting low. All right, it's showtime. From here, unwrap everything. Lift your right leg to the side. Arms to a strong T. Shooting star. If you happen to fall out of a pose, get right back in. Turns out resilience is a learned and practiced skill. From here, rotate your right leg straight back as you reach both hands overhead. Another warrior, warrior 3. Work for it. Open your arms back to that strong T. Leg is lifted to the side. You're going to finish in a variation of a one-legged chair. Bring hands to heart center, cross right ankle over left knee as you sit low. Maybe this right elbow finds the right knee. Maybe the left elbow finds the right ankle. Temple pose. And on an exhale, step to mountain. Beautiful. All right, feet hip distance apart. Little bend in the knees. Cross this left leg over the right. The left ankle targeting behind. This left foot behind the right ankle. You can kickstand, you can let it float, or you can find the left foot tucked in behind the right ankle. Once you have the roots, grow the branches. Inhale, arms wide. This time the right arm comes under, the left arm goes over. Wrap your hands together. Elevate the elbows as you sit even lower. Garandasana, eagle pose. Continue to breathe as deeply and rhythmically as you can. Ujjayi pranayama. Unwrap everything, arms to a strong T as you inhale and lift the left leg to the side. Rotate that left leg straight back as you counterbalance with two arms straight over your head. hips floating right over your mat. Inhale, arms back to a strong T as you lift the left leg to the side. Bring your hands to heart center. Cross the left ankle over the right knee as you sit low in a one-legged chair. Maybe this left elbow finds the left knee. Maybe your right elbow finds the left ankle. You form a temple. And then on an exhale, step into Tadasana, mountain pose. Very nice. All right, from here, come all the way back down to your mat. Seated position. Legs are long. As you lay back, lift your right leg straight in the air. Hold behind the right calf. Let this left leg hover over the floor. If this is too much, you can bend that left knee and plant the left foot. Otherwise, leave your legs long. Pull yourself up as close to your right leg as you can. Put a lot into this. You're plenty warm. You feel those lower abdominals engage a little more. It isolates them. To switch, simply scissor your legs. Hold behind the left leg. Continue to bring yourself up as close as you can. Put a lot into this. Hover that right leg. If it's too much, you can plant that right foot with the knee bent. In fact, you can bend both knees, turn this into more of a bicycle movement as you release and scissor your legs and go to the other side. From here, it's kind of personal preference. You can hold and dwell on one side and then the other. Or you can turn this into more of a vinyasa flow. One movement, one breath. But either way, pull yourself up as close to the lifted leg as you can. If the vinyasa flow is too much, just hold and breathe on one side, and release and go to the other side. Once again, you can bend your knees. Turn this more into a bicycle. Knees are bent. You can always plant the foot on the mat. Do one more to each side. And pull your knees, legs bent gently into your chest. Let your head come back onto the mat. An appreciation of that abdominal work. I had a physical therapist in class one time, and she said it's always important to include back bends in the practice. It's good for the spine, the vertebrae, especially those discs in between. So as you release, keep your knees bent, plant your feet hip distance apart. Flatten your shoulders. You bring your hands close to your heels. Maybe they touch. Some people can actually grab their ankles. Once you're set, flatten your shoulder blades, push your hips high in a bridge. Find those bandhas, especially Mula Bandha. Pull up your pelvic floor and engage the glute muscles, and you feel your hips go higher. Engage your quad muscles. You feel your hips go higher. You feel how important your legs are to the overall function of your core. Hold and breathe with the knowledge that you're allowing those discs to reorient themselves between the vertebrae. Allow your hips to gently come down to the mat. Very carefully draw your knees in. As you release, extend your legs long, and as promised, we end where we began, in shavasana. Arms comfortably at your side. Allow your breathing to return to normal, natural. Feel gravity pulling you into the floor. Shavasana is an asana. It's a pose. Your focus is to surrender. Your body does an amazing thing. It breathes autonomically. Let it. Bring your focus to your natural breathing. At first, it might feel like you're manipulating your breath, but your body knows what to do. Just concentrate. Your mind continually sends you thoughts, and we reward it by engaging those thoughts, but we're going to let them go by focusing on our body, breathing autonomically. Any thoughts that enter your mind, just let them pass. Observe your body breathing. Resist the urge to move. Remain perfectly still and let gravity pull you in. And just be. Begin to reawaken. Bring your awareness back to your room, your space. And a little movement, maybe fingers, toes, bend knees. Draw your knees into your chest. Classically, you roll through the right side of a fetal position. Keeps your heart on the left lifted, signifies the rebirth of your practice. You're in your own private space. You can stay here as long as you'd like. Or you can join me in a seated posture. The mandala, a full circle. It's really what the yoga practice is all about. It's a journey deep within oneself. leads to the final posture, shavasana, imprints the practice. If you happen to drift away and come back, samadhi. The eighth limb of yoga, the final meditative state. And as you emerge, you've given yourself a gift. You've reset your mind, your body, and your spirit. And you get to take that gift with you and enjoy it the rest of the day. Bring your hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you, my friends. Namaste. Once again, my name is David. It's been my honor leading you through this practice. Have a wonderful day.